Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Qatar Grand Prix set against the stunning backdrop of the Middle Eastern desert. Today we are at the state-of-the-art Lusail International Circuit located just outside the vibrant city of Doha. I'm today's commentator, BPA, and this is Division 1 Round 5 from Qatar. The Lusail International Circuit measures 3.3 miles in length and boasting a total of 16 turns. The Lusail circuit offers a unique blend of technical challenges and high-speed straights, making it a favorite among drivers and fans alike. As the drivers tackle iconic corners such as the sweeping turn 12 and the tight hairpin at turn 6, they'll be pushing the limits of grip and performance in their quest for victory, with the desert heat adding an extra element of challenge. Expect to see adrenaline-fueled action from start to finish. This race will be a 29-lap long race. The first race held in real life was in 2021. The distance is just under 160 kilometers, and the league lap record is 122.452 set by Iran in season 3. As I said before, the number of turns are in the circuit is 16. Now we should switch to the broadcast. Now the drivers are readying up to start an exciting race. We have more than 16 drivers, which means full qualifying session Q1, Q2 and Q3. The Q1 will be 80 minutes long, Q2 will be 15 and Q1 will be 12. This session will determine the starting grid for the race in an hour and 15 minutes. I think we can call that the qualifying end and the race starts in around 1 hour 15 minutes. So we have 16 drivers, so we are just over. So we have full qualifying just because we have 16, obviously. In Q1 there will be one driver who will be eliminated, P16. In Q2 there will be 5 drivers eliminated from P11 to P15, and the top 10 will go on into Q3 for the fight for the pole position. Welcome everybody in the chat, welcome everybody who joined right now. As we see drivers going out on track. Let me just enable the We do not need telemetry, but we need a map. Mr. Golden Flame on with the Mercedes. He is the first one who will set a lap time. And don't forget, if you aren't joined into Fortune Racing, you can see on the top right corner, as we see Mr. Golden Flame spinning across the track. So if you haven't joined Fortune Racing yet, check out the link on the top right corner. Is the link for the server. Join, sign up, and we are waiting for you to drive here. We need drivers, and if you are a commentator, we welcome you. So now Golden Flame, after a spun in, I think it was turn 11, starts his lap, opens the DRS, and let's see a lap from him. Into turn 1, it's a right-hander. And we now going across the speed trap. The right-hander. Oh, and he. Who was that? Will or Jax? I think that was Will. Yes, Will. It's gonna be a penalty for qualifying. No, it will be a penalty, but not for qualifying. So, who is on a lap? Let's just see. Star Wars Beast is doing the fastest first sector because he's the first one to go with a normal normal hot lap. The championship is exciting. Only chocolate from the top 3 are in this race, which means the Britain have the opportunity to close the gap to the front of the championship, the top of the championship, to Jack and Remote, because both of them are missing from this race. Star Wars Beast come across the lines at a 122.8. It's a decent lap time, but I don't think it will be enough for Q2. The CT Massey goes 123.1. He got held by, I think, the Ferrari. Dave comes across the line with a 22.550. Good lap from Dave. He is now up to P1. The next driver who will set a time is Crossfrog. Let's see his lap time at 19, 20, 21 and 22. It's a 23 flat, comes up to P3. 22.5 is a good lap for. It's a good lap. That might be the time to get in through Q2. Milano 22.9. We haven't seen faster lap times on a 22.5. It's interesting one. The fast drivers are either on inters or just doing their out laps. One of the Ferraris came into the pits, and it is Will. Jax is on a lap. Let's see Tyrant. He's on intermediate, so his lap time doesn't really matters. He comes up to P6 at 26.444. Fractal with a 115.989. He made a mistake or spun. The next driver to set a lap time is Chocolate. 26.0. He's on intermediates to Mo up to P1 with a 21.4, more than 1 second. The gap to the gap to Dave. Last week in Imola, we had disastrous race in terms of the Williams team. They are not here today, but they had a disastrous race in Imola. They've made a very good. They've done a very good race until lap 29. Then their drivers DNF'd just 4 laps before the end, which costs them a lot of points, and that was the reason why Jack retook the championship lead. As we see drivers come across the lines, we see Mo now. Golden Flame is on a lap. Purple first sector. But let's run down the order. Mo with a 121.4, Dave with a 22.5, Star Wars Beast 22.8. I said it's not a I said that it might not be a competitive time, but yeah, there are faster drivers who haven't set a lap time yet, and there are drivers who set lap times on intermediate tires. But it's looking good if we say that Cross, Masi, and Milano, who are Div 1 pace drivers, maybe Cross not is just a good lap from him. He's actually a Div 2 driver. As we see, Golden Flame goes up to P2 with a 21.8. To finish my phrase that I was talking about, as we see Mo retiring, he thinks it will be enough, and I think too it will be enough for Q2. Star Wars Beast's lap time, that was what I was talking about. .8. It looks fast, to be honest. It looks fast. He's now P4, but we know that drivers like Tyrant, Leonidas, Chocolate, Jax, Wikanzai, Will, and Gibbo, maybe just Torini too, but those drivers, those 4, if we include Jax, the 5 drivers who haven't set a lap time or set a very bad lap time, are all gonna improve. And if we move these 5 drivers ahead of Star Wars Beats, is still 9th place, so he will be through, but easily. But don't forget, we have only 1 driver who will be eliminated in Q1. 7 and 8 minutes left from the session. And Masi done his lap on the mediums, which is interesting because he is just around 4/10 off from his teammate's pace, who done a lap on the softs. Will is on a lap. Gibber started his lap, but Will finish his lap. Rounds turn 16. Now opens the DRS. Mr. Golden Flame retired from the session from P2, and Will goes up to P5. It's not faster than Star Wars Beast, so yeah, it might be good for him. Crossrock starting his lap, as we see Vikanzai doing his lap right now, going through sector 2 and this technical corner of turn 12, 13 and 14. Now turn 15 does it really well, and turn 16 he gets a bit of a slipstream from Tyrant. He now goes up to P4. It's a 21.9. It's a good lap from the Hungarian. He will easily be through. Tyrant 21.7. He will be easily through. Gibbo finishing his lap now. He comes up to P2, 21.7, only 0.04 of a second faster than Tyrant. Justerini into turn 15 and now into 16. He rounds the final corner. He will open his DRS and let's see what lap time will the Romanian put on the timesheet. It's second, 21.5. What a lap from Giusterini. Jax is now the driver who has to improve, otherwise he will be out, but he will improve because he's at a 148.7. Leonidas with a 26.6, Chocolate with a 26.0. They'll have to improve, otherwise they will be out from Q1. Or at least they will have the they'll be very narrowly but through. But they will improve obviously, because those laps are interlaps, and only Jax's lap were slower. Tyrant retired from P4, Will retired from P9, 22.9. Just really into the pits. Fractal on an outlap. They'll have to. He actually he don't have to improve. As it stands, but yeah, if we move the bottom four into P7, 8, and 9, for example, because their lap times will be just around the 22.5, 23. Gibber retired from P3, but let's see Fractal's lap into. We start the lap now. Turn 1, a right-hander, a technical right-hander, as like every corner here in this circuit. Turn 2, same as turn 1, but a left-hander. Turn 3 is a really easy corner to get right and to get wrong. This double corner, and he's done it perfectly. He's now 2.5 tenths up after the first sector. We go now into turn 7 and turn 8 and 9, a left right like an S from Suzuka. Turn 10 and turn 11, and we'll have we'll now arrived to the sector point. He's now only 8 hundredths of a second faster, but he invalidated. Milano retired from P10. He thinks it's enough to get through. So Fractal needs to come into the pits, set new tires, and he does that. The drivers who are ahead of him needs to improve too. A 23 flat from Cross. It might be enough, but if the drivers behind him improve, and Masi will improve, Chocolate, Leonidas and Jax will improve, he is really, and he spun. I don't think he got damaged, but he spun. It's a very dumb way to turn around. But the first driver who will start the final lap is Jax. Now into turn 16. Full speed now. DRS open. And now he starts his lap. Turn 1 hitting the apex. Turn 2 hitting the apex again. It's crucial to get these two corners right if he wants to improve in sector 1. Turn 4-5, the double right-hander are good. 8 seconds is the advantage that he has right now, so his lap time is around the 140, but he will improve into sector 2 and 3. So we are watching him just because he's having he will be improving. Jax for 13 seconds up. Fractal retired from the session. It's really, I don't know. I think he'll be out. Crossfrog with a 23 flat finished. He cannot improve right now, but he is in the pits. Jax up to P7. That's what I said. A 22.2. Chocolate. No, Marcy will improve. Let's see. But he's ahead of him. P8, 22.3. Chocolate rounds the final corner, turn 16. DRS open. 21.5. And Leonidas improving by a lot. So Fractal out. A 22.6 up to P11. Fractal out from Q1. By 1.7 seconds. And Crossfrog with a 23 flat. He confidently with 2/10 with a 2/10 gap. He's through into Q2. And now it will be more exciting because we will have 5 drivers who will be eliminated from Q2. Let's see who will take the risk to go out first. There are certain drivers, 4 now, who will come out. Marcy, Star Wars Beast, Crossfrog, and Jax, and now Will too. Yeah, Milano into the pits. Everybody into the pits. Wakandai, Chocolate and Mo, will set a lap time in a minute or so. And there are traffic in the pits. See Jax going into his garage, and because of that, Will had to wait. Star Wars Beats on a lap. He's on an in a lap. Let's see who will be the first one to come across the line. It's Wakandai. DRS open. Will retired from the session. He'll be out. He won't get to Q3. We have one eliminated driver. We need 4 more. The Kanzai. Sector 1, it shows purple. A 26.6. It might be, actually. The game sometimes shows a fake purple sector. Same, sector 2 is purple too. Now, let's see where he will be. He goes second fastest, 21.7. Mo goes fourth fastest, 21.9. Let's see, Chocolate, 21.5 up to P2. Leonidas will set the next lap time. It's a competitive lap time. He's just 10th. At the moment, he's just through. Dave starting his lap right now. Using the number 46. In Formula 1, 46 is not a really used number and not a popular number. However, if we switch to cycles, MotoGP champion Valentino Rossi uses that number, 46. Actually, this track, Lusail International Circuit, originally built for motorcycle races, but in 2021, due to the COVID, F1 visited that circuit. In 2022, due to the FIFA World Cup, they said no to hosting race here. But in 2023, they made some adjustments to the circuit, and now it's FIA approved. As we see Dave coming across the final corner. And up to P4. 6/10 improvement. Gibbo up to P3. Golden Flame retired. Tyrant is on a lap. Cross is coming into the pits. So Tyrant is the only one on a lap. He's true at the moment, but there are some drivers who might go faster than him. So we have to make it safe. P9 is not the safest place to stay during Q2 with 4 minutes left. It could be a very good lap time. Opening the DRS. P2 21.5. We are closing to Golden Flames time. Gibber retired from the session. He thinks it will be enough for Q3. I think it will be enough for Q3. Now, 22.3 is the time that they need to achieve. Otherwise, they will be out. Jax coming out of the pits. Chocolate retired from P3. A 21.7 might be safe. Cross retired from session, so we have two drivers who will be eliminated in Q2. It's Will and Cross. So now I'll say 21.9. I think the 21.910. Let's say that will be the projected knockout time. As we see multiple drivers coming out of the pits and Tyrant coming into the pits. Bakandai with a 21.7, he retires. Star Wars Beast coming out of the pits. Mo retired from P8. Wow, he thinks it will be enough. I don't think it will be enough. Two drivers have the pace to improve. Leonidas and Jax. Maybe Star Wars Beast 2 and Marzi. So, yeah. I don't think Milano will improve by that much to get more than 1.5 seconds or even more. The Ferrari started the lap. Jax Leonidas starting his lap time. Same to Star Wars Beast. Dave, a 21.7. He goes 5th fastest, but he was in the pits, so it doesn't really matter. 4th for Jax, 21.6. He is through. Marcy Giasterini 21.1. What a lap from Giasterini up to P2. Marcy 6th place. Milano, he's out with 22.2. That's what I said. It's only a 1 second improvement from his previous lap time. He will be maybe 13th or 12th. It depends on Star Wars Beast. He is improving by 2 tenths. It's not enough as it stands, but he is faster than Milano. Leonidas stays in P13. It's very surprising for me. Leonidas had I think had the pace to uh, get to Q3 easily. Star Wars Beast only missing out on a few hundredths of a second to Mo, and I said 21.9. exactly 21.9 the 900 what 21.9, and that's what I said for the projected knockout time, and I guess it right. 21.9 was the time that the drivers needed to achieve if they wanted to get through. 44 milliseconds. That's actually 45 milliseconds. That's how much Star Wars would need it to improve to get into Q3. We have two Mercedes, two Haas, two Red Bull, one Ferrari, one Aston Martin, one Alpine, and one Alpha Tauri. Ten minutes left from qualifying. A few drivers starting their laps, a few of them just getting out of the pit. Tyrant, he's the first to start his Q3 lap. As Giasterini, I think. He just slowed down. I thought he spun. The Tyrant invalidated his first run. He have one or two run left. If he stays out, two. If he comes into the pits, one. If he was followed by Dave. Purple sector for Dave. Now Dave runs the final corner. And up to provisional pole with 121.4. We are 3 tenths away from the fastest lap time in qualifying. The next driver to set a lap time is Masi at 21.7 for the Alpha Tauri. Giusterini 20.8, the first driver to go under the 121s. He is now on provisional pole. A really good lap from Giusterini. The next driver to set a lap time is Mo. Oh, he had a snap out of turn 15. It costed some time for him. .2. I think that would be a 20.9 or either a 21 flat. But the mistake costed him several tenths. I did not want to press the screenshot button. Giusterini with the fastest lap time. I think he did not want it to get into the pits, so he just missed the pits. The next driver to set a lap time is Jack. We don't see the lap data. 2-minute 1. It's a slow lap from him. This lap will be slow too. So, yellow flag in all sectors. Now only sector 1 and 2, the two Red Bulls causing it. Chocolate up to P2 at 21.1. And that might be pole for Giusterini. But what is he doing? Yellow flag, sector 1. He lets pass people, okay, but why the way like this? He's exploring the Middle Eastern deserts. Gibbo 21.1, identical lap times from the Haas's. No gap between them. Will left the session, he's disconnected again. Everybody into the pits. But we will see drivers who will go out like Tyrant maybe. He hasn't set a lap time. Same with Golden Flame and Jax too. Gibbo into the pits. Dave will be the first one to go out again. He has a lap time of a 121.4. Be careful, Dave, to not cross the line. The pit line. Now you can wave wherever you want, and he crashed into a brake board. that seemed really unnecessarily. It might be a penalty for him if he destroyed brake boards on purpose, because it seemed like he drove into the uh no he you know guys what I mean. So going through sector 2. 'Dave will be the first to start a lap. The Haas will have to be careful. And it's invalidated for Dave. He went wide somewhere before the final corner. Therefore, he got this and next lap invalidation for his laps. Will rejoin the next one to start a lap is Mr. Golden Flame with 1 minute 20 remaining. As we see Massey in the background rounding the final corner. "50 seconds remaining, and it's purple sector 1 for Golden Flame. He was the fastest, he was one of the fastest in Q2. Let me just check it real quick. Yeah, he was the fastest. Now, turn 15, and now turn 16. Everybody started their laps. 3 minutes remaining till the end of the qualifying session. And it's provisional pole for Mr. Gordon Flame at 20.6. What a lap. And Giusterini, a disaster for him. No pole position in his first Division 1 race. The gap is 167, so he improved by 127, so it won't affect the position. But loads of drivers just finishing their laps, not improving, like Dave, Mo, Massey, Jax, Tyrant improved. He's done a 120.9, but we'll wait for the Hasses. Gibbo stays P5, Chocolate stays P4, and we wait for Wakandai only. He's done a nil exact time. So that's it. Qualifying ended. It's a British pole by Mr. Golden Flame. Giusterini P2, Tyrant P3, Chocolate P4, Gibbo P5, Mo P6, Dave P7, Wakanda P8, Marcy P9, and Jax P10. No front row lockout, no row lockout for any teams, at least that we seen from Q3. So we are now into the race. '29. Yeah, 29 laps of racing. We're waiting for the drivers to set their strategies, set their fuel, adjust on the setup if they need to, but they can only adjust tire pressure, some brake bias, and only front wing. So now the drivers starting the formation lap. Golden Flame on a pole, Justerini second, Tyrant third, Chocolate fourth, fifth Gibbo, sixth Mo, seventh Dave, eighth Wakandai, ninth Massey, 10th Jax, 11th Star Wars Beast, 12th Milano, 13th Leonidas, 14th Crossfrog, 15th Will, and 16th Fractal. The drivers are warming up their tires, but first of all, let's see the strategies. Medium, uh, then onto the softs or hard, starting with the hards and go to the mediums. Only three drivers starting on the mediums, Justerini, Dave, and Jax. And now we see some burnouts. Fractal now into his position. Good luck to all drivers, because the 5 red lights um, What just happened? So now we see the 5 red lights. The lights out, and we are now underway from Qatar, Division 1. Good start from Golden Flame. Just really remains in P2, and we see a very big crash. The two Hasses included, the two Hasses involved, it was Gibbo, Chocolate, and Tyrant. It was like in real life, as we see Tyrant going on the grass, the not grass, the gravel. So Golden Flame leads Justerini, Chocolate, Mo, Jax, Gibbo, Dave, Cross, Will, and Milano. As we see Fractal going very slowly, and Vakandai lost a lot of positions though from his starting position. I think he spun or got hit by somebody. It's an exciting lap 1. Tyrant's losing a lot of positions. He spun or just ran really wide. It's a disaster from P3, but Golden Flame leads comfortably ahead of Justerini and Mo by around 7/10, and Tyrant left the session, so we can say that he is retired or he just lost connection. Let me just check it. He left on purpose, so he's out of the race because he won't be classified. Now only 6/10 the gap. Mercedes versus 2 Red Bulls. 5/10 to each other. And Chocolate now owned, so we have the first 3 drivers fighting for position, and then we have the rest until Milano, and then another group of 3, and then a group of 2, and Tyrant obviously. But right now it's under 1 second, so it's in DRS distance, but not anymore. Now over, now under, so it's changing really quickly. The Mercedes might be in trouble. Justerini on the mediums, he is faster because of the tire advantage, but Mo is on hard, so he's on the same tire, no tire difference between Golden Flame and Mo. Leonidas already got a 3-second penalty. This battle is interesting, or at least because Justerini are really close to Golden Flame. Don't forget, he will race in he will race at Saturday too, because he's a Division 2 driver. But fighting for the lead in Division 1, it's impressive. Opening the DRS, because now we are on lap 4. Justerini making the overtake into turn 1. It's a very good overtake. Just pure racing. Justerini up to P1. And now his goal is to get as big gap as possible before the pit stops, and Mo's objective is to overtake Golden Flame. Chocolate now closing to Mo. Oh, and Jax lost it in the gravel trap. He lost it from P6 or P5. But let's get back to the lead. Or actually, let's get back to the podium positions. Golden Flame versus Mo. It's 7/10, so it's not close enough for an overtake, but Gibbo might try an overtake on Dave because he won't get a DRS. Now Fractal got a 3-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Gibbo does the overtake way ahead of the braking zone. And the Crossfrog climbed up from P13. Let's just check it. Position change. He got 7 positions from P14. So from P14. Let's just switch back to penalties. Crossfrog fighting with Dave for P6. And Justerini will create a gap soon, which is over 1 second. But as we see, the Mercedes sector 3 are really fast. But in the sectors 1 and 2, the Red Bull might be faster. And yeah, because of the DRS they gain, but not a lot, only 2 cents. Crossfrog made an overtake on Dave. And maybe we'll get the overtake. Yes, no. He tried a switchback, or going around the outside. It's failed. Now into turn 4 and 5. And the person done the overtake, but he got a 3-second, so he should have stayed behind. There are a lot of penalties in the early stage of the race. Fractal behind Kante by over 2 seconds now, or will be in a few laps. Milano another 3 seconds, 6 seconds for him. And the two McLaren are fighting with each other, with and the Jacks joining them. Let's go to the front, and from 7/10 again, Justerini leads, Golden Flame following him. Mo, then Chocolate and Gibbo, and 3-second gap to Cross, then 1.6 to Will, 3/10 to Dave. Dave might try and overtake into turn 1. Yeah, he tries a dive bomb, but will close the door. So I'll have to wait for another lap, and Jax spun again. Gibbo got a 3-second from the front runners. It's early for him too. It's not the race what Jack really wanted. Milano spun again. I think they collided. That's why Jack spun, and Milano might just dropped it on itself. But there is a really close fight between Mo and Chocolate. Mo made a mistake, I think. And now we are watching a DRS train. Giusterini pulling away only a few hundredths of a second a lap. Milano got another 3 seconds, 9 seconds in 8 laps, which is like one corner cutting every single lap. It's an interesting fight for P1. Milano into the pits and retires from the session. The two Haas following each other, but Gibber has a 3 second. The Alpha Tauris and Dave are fighting with each other. And now Golden Flame took the lead from Giusterini and Mo, and the two Haas are fighting with each other. And it's over a second. Mo gets past Giusterini. The mediums might started to fall off, and the hards are working well now. As we see Jack and Fractal fighting. Fractal makes the move on Jax. Dave, Jax and Giusterini are on medium tires, so the mediums might started to fall off. And Fractal spun. No safety cars yet, which is good. And yeah, the mediums are started to fall off. Mo are now nearly over a second ahead of Giusterini. Golden Flame leads. Mo, Giusterini, Chocolate Giver the top 5, Crossfrog, Will, Mazzy, Star Wars and Dave the top 10. Leonidas, Wakanda, Jack, Fractal are the drivers running. Tyrant, he left. Golden Flame. Now under attack by Mo. Opening the DRS. Now only 3 10s. 2 10s, 1 10s. He makes the dive bomb into turn 1. Mo takes the lead of the race. Chocolate now up to P3. Will now losing some positions. Mo got a 3 second, which is interesting in terms of tactics, because he's only 2 tenths ahead of Golden Flame. So Golden Flame is a very big threat. Chocolate only 4 tenths away to fall off the 3 second gap that he needs for a P2 finish as it stands. Justerini P4, Gibbo P5, and Justerini into the pits. The mediums are done. So onto the hards now. Fractal 3 seconds. Dave into the pits too. Fractal made a move on Tyrant and done the pits. He was in the pits already. Vikanzai 12 lap old hards. Jacks 12 lap old mediums. Justerini on fresh. Justerini and Dave on fresh new hards. Massey got a 3 second. In P8, fighting for Will, but he has less penalties than Will. Will has 6 seconds, and Massey has 3. Leonidas 3. So to now the two Hasses are fighting with each other, Gibbo and Chocolate. It's important not to fight with each other too long, because they could fall off Mo's penalty. 2.8 seconds. Golden Flame got a 3 second. Wow. So Gibbo is so the top 3 got 3 seconds now. As it stands, Chocolate will be P2 because he's 3.4 seconds off the leader. But Gibbo, Chocolate trying to find Chocolate trying to find a way to get past. Cross gets a 3 second penalty. Cross doing a very good job. Mo takes the lead of the race. Again into turn 1. Chocolate gets past Gibbo. Again into turn 1. Cross what I wanted to say, that Cross doing a really good job up to P5 with the Alpine. Giusterini fastest lap 24.4. We are 2 seconds away from the track record. Last time out in Imola, we had the track record beaten. And Fractal spun. It's a very bad race for him. Fractal got a 5 second for spinning in the pit lane, and he retired now in the pits. And now Chocolate into the pits, Cross into the pits, switching to the mediums. The hard runners are now switching in the mediums, and it's bug because Fractal retired in the pits and they lost a lot of time. Everybody who came in the pits, and Jack, who pitted 1 lap earlier, he will jump only one position, but he now very close to the other drivers. Chocolate lost a lot of time, 6 seconds to Dave. Cross behind Chocolate with 1.2 seconds. Golden Flame and Mo are still extending. Same happening with Gibbo and Massey. And now Massey into the pits. Gibbo too. Gestorini P3. Will another 3 seconds. Golden Flame, Mo, following each other. They might try to go to softs, both of them pitting now. 12 laps or 11 laps on the softs. Oh, and Mo just stopped. No, mediums for both of them. For Mo and Golden Flame too. And we see Giusterini. He will take the lead by 3 or 4 seconds. But it's still a gap that they need to remove. Need to catch up to Giusterini with less than 11 laps remaining. So 4 seconds on 11 laps. It's possible, but do not forget that Giusterini still have no penalties. was Golden Flame, Mo, Gibbo, David, Mozzie has. Chocolate is now out of the calculation because of that pit stop glitch. Same with Cross, Star Wars Beast, Will, Vakanda, Leonidas, and Jax too, because he's too far behind. So Justerini just have to make sure if they catch up, they need to stay. He needs to stay within 3 seconds to get that race win. Now they close 2 tenths in 1 lap, which is good for him. But now through the final corner, they catched another 2 tenths. Mo trying to overtake Golden Flame, and he does it. Gibbo following them by 6 tenths behind. So Justerini, let's see how and Jax retired inside the pits. 62% battery, 60% and 70%, plus 25 for Gibbo. Gibbo has a low battery, whilst Golden Flame and Mo have around 70%. And the gap is now only 2.2 seconds, so they are catching by a lot. 5 lap tire advantage on what Mo and Golden Flame have. Gibbo have only 4, but still a lot in this small small amount of laps. Golden Flame defending from Mo very bravely. Now Mo has to back off. Now Mo really close to Golden Flame, less than 2 tenths. He might try and overtake into turn 15, but no, he isn't that close, and um, they now only 6 tenths behind Justerini, so they will have the opportunity to overtake the Romanian on the lead, in the lead, which Golden Flame tries to do. Justerini just stays there because he know 8 laps remaining, and the tires are not on his side, but the penalties are on his side because he has no penalties. But to not lose a lot of time, the Red Bull team might need to work together. Mo, oh, losing the car at the exit of turn 6, now into 7, so that saved Justerini a bit. As we see that Justerini has just over half a lap in fuel. Gibbo overtook Giasterini. So let me switch it to leader. Giasterini now inside the 3 second window that he needs if he wants the victory. Mo 2 seconds from Golden Flame. Gibbo 2.8 seconds from Golden Flame, and Giasterini 3.5 seconds from Golden Flame. But we can see that Golden Flame use a lot of his battery. He was 70% a few laps ago, whilst Giasterini did not use any kind of battery. Gibbo now over 3 seconds. And now the hards might benefit because the mediums are fast at the first half of the stint, and Mo disconnected. It's drama before the end of the race. Giasterini will overtake Mo. Mo disconnected. And it's wow. Now 4.3 seconds. No, there are exciting battles in P7, 4P7. Star Wars Beast Dave crosswalk fighting with Will for P7. Chocolate are ahead of them as we see the message that Mo rejoined, so it was just a small connection issue, but still it costed him over 4 seconds. Chocolate fighting with Massey for P5, and Giasterini got a 3 seconds, so that changes the game because it's a P3 for him now. Mo into the pits. Let's see what he will do. He's switching for the softs. Massey and the chocolate will overtake him. Maybe this double duo and no, this triple duo, so he'll be last from the classified cars. Vikanda, terrible race for him. He is really far behind. Not from the cars ahead, but from the pack where he should be. Will another 3 seconds. It's now 12 or something. Star Wars Beast 5th because Chocolate and Massey are fighting for 4th, and Mo spun. That's terrible for him. 5 laps remaining now. Golden Flame, Gibbo and Giasterini are fighting for third place. Gibbo for the podium positions. Now Golden Flame, he's comfortably in the lead with 3 seconds. Gibbo and Giasterini are far back, but there are just 1 second separating them. So Giasterini, if he can close up a bit, he will have uh, maybe P2. Mo retiring inside the pits, so that's the end for his race. Massey and Chocolate fighting with each other, but as it stands, Chocolate will inherit P4, and now Chocolate and Vakandai are the only drivers who haven't got a penalty yet. They had 4 laps to do it. But Jasterini will have DRS for the first time after several laps. We can see that he used ERS. His pace are really strong. His pace is really strong. P3 on his Division 1 debut, or even P2 if he can catch up to Gibbo more. Chocolate overtaking Massey. So I'm switching between P3 and P4, but the 7th place fight are more interesting. No, we go to 9th place. Vakandai overtook Leonidas and Dave. Leonidas got a 3 second. Vakandai got a 3 second, so now only Chocolate remaining without a penalty. I don't think he has even one warning. Golden Flame. He has 3 laps remaining, comfortably in the lead. Gibbo fighting with Jasterini. Jasterini trying to find a place where he can overtake Gibbo. Turn 4 and 5 are not an overtaking opportunity, but turn 6 is, but he's really far back. Gibbo has around 5.5 laps fuel over, so he'll be safe. Only the Kandai have issues with the fuel. Let's see how big are the issue. -2. He will be 11th place. He will drop down to P11 because with 2 laps remaining he can't save that much fuel. But we're switching to the front runners. Gibbo Jasterini battle for P2. Jasterini still waiting and waiting. We see Gibbo flashing, so that will be an interesting way of fight. Jasterini, I think he's waiting for the final opportunity, the final time on the straights. We see Golden Flame now over having a 5 second lead. What a drive from the Briton. He still has 1 lap to his first victory. Gibbo P2, Jasterini P3, Chocolate P4, not lonely, but in terms of penalties, he is lonely. He's the only one to have no penalties yet. If he gets one, in this remaining. Uh, he'll be in big trouble. Jasterini overtook Gibbard. That's what I said. He waited for the final opportunity in uh in the straight, and he made the overtake. And Star Wars Beast making the move on Will, and Jasterini needs to hold off for another half a lap to get his first Division 1 podium. We saw his pace, so it's a really good track for him, with a really good strategy. But let's switch to Golden Flame. After struggling in Imola, struggled to set a lap time in Q2, and had okay race in Imola. Now he wins this race. He will win. He rounds the final corner in into the pit wall, and he won the Qatar Grand Prix here in Lusail. Justerini P2, Kibo P3, and we are waiting another 20 seconds for uh, Chocolate. Because he is the only one to not receive a penalty. Masi, Star Wars Beast, then Cross Leonidas, Dave, and Will, and then Vakandai. That's what I said. He is on low fuel mode. It was an exciting race. But let's interview the top three if they are looking for an interview. Now we are waiting for P3. Hello there, P3 for you. What a race you had. Congratulations. You lost P2 at the final lap. Is it really annoys you, or just you happy with P3?
Nah, ads were always going to be a better tyre come end, and I'd used too much battery trying to keep up early on. I really don't know what happened in that first corner. I went outside and just got punted out. I don't know if you can tell me what happened.
I can just
I'm
say
assuming
it.
Tyrant went into Chocolate, who went into me.
No, actually, what I've seen is that Chocolate and the Tyrant and you involved in the incident, uh, you guys just done a Hamilton and Russell. Like,
All right, we all just went for the same space.
yeah, Tyrant spun,
Fair enough. Fair
and
enough.
you guys were just fine going through turn one. Your teammate Chocolate had issues with the game because of
Yeah, it sounds like
he's stuck in
some
the
sort of
pits.
pit.
Yeah, the Alpha retires inside the pits, but the AI decided not to come out of the pits. Just stopped before
Just
the.
sitting pit entrance.
No, he stopped at the pit exit and therefore blocked like 7 drivers. So it's an
All
unlucky
right.
race for him. He finished P4, so good points for you
Also, we
guys.
still got back to P4. Yeah, yeah. I didn't think I would. To be fair, I didn't really get any practice in for today because I didn't think I was going to be home in time to race. So a podium's decent. I'm assuming me and Chocolate are still in with a chance of getting constructors. I haven't looked.
I don't really know, but congratulations for this.
Yeah, I think we still got a chance. So
Yeah,
go on, Chocolate.
congratulations for this podium. And are you excited on the next race, which will be Le Castellet in France?
France? I didn't realise we were racing there. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a league race around there, but yeah, it's always a good track. Always eventful.
Okay, thank you. Now we are waiting for the second place driver, Justerini. Let me just move him real quick into the voice chat. Hello, Justerini. P2 on your debut in Division 1. How do you feel after this exciting race?
Uh, yeah, quite encouraged to be honest. I thought because I like this track, I came in tonight. I don't know. I was hoping to fight for P10, maybe P11. But then in quali, everything went south. So I thought I actually can win, although quite far off. But yeah, enjoyable race, fun. Had a good battle with the guys. So yeah.
Until lap 20 or so, you had a chance for the victory because Golden Flame wasn't ahead by 5 seconds and you hadn't have a penalty. Uh, how you feel? Annoyed or just sad because you lost the victory because of that penalty?
Uh, I knew I'm gonna get a penalty as well, so I wasn't counting that I'm not gonna get one. So I calculated everything from like we're equals on penalties, even though mine came way too late, but I knew it's gonna come. Uh, and eventually the strategy wasn't the greatest one, so yeah, I think that dragged me down a little bit.
Yeah, and you're racing in Division 2 in Saturday. You, after what we have seen, you could be the favorite for the win Saturday.
Well, I hope so. As I said before, I really love this track, and it's probably one of my strongest. So yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
Okay, thank
But
you.
again, I have a chance.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, and congratulations for this P2. And now we are waiting for the final driver to join. Yeah, he joined, so now we can move him. Hello, can you hear me?
I can indeed.
Yeah, after a very hard race in Imola, you came home first. Victory. How you feel?
Happy. I mean, Qatar's one of my better tracks, I would say. Imola clearly isn't, but you know, for a second race in this league, it's I'm pretty happy with myself.
Jusserini said just before your interview that he counted on a penalty, but his penalty came really late in the race. Are you were you a bit worried about getting lost the win because Jusserini will be fast and he won't get a penalty at the end?
I suppose that was in the back of my mind. But I think with the tire difference, obviously we were on like, was it 4 or 5 lap fresher mediums
5.
compared to the hards. So yeah, 5 laps fresher tires, and we're on the mediums as well. So it was, of course, it was says a worry, but thankfully it didn't pan out that way, and everyone got a penalty instead. So
So, congratulations again for the victory. Do you want any comments to share with the viewers?
not really, just well done to the 2 Red Bulls and the Hasses that were behind me. You know, if it kind of hadn't gone the way of whoever it was in the Red Bull that disconnected, it would have been a close race for sure.
Congratulations again, and see you on next Thursday.
So yeah.
So that's it. Division 1, Round 5 Qatar. This is the end of the 5th round of the Division 1 Championship. We've missed the two we can call the championship contender. Chocolate had a tough race. He finished B4, so the championship is I don't know perfectly how it stands, but the championship is looking close. And with with Jack and Remote missing, it's going to be an interesting one. We have 3 rounds left from this championship. Let's just wait for the next one. But the the text on the screen that the next race is on Thursday, it's wrong. It's on Saturday, Division 2. So, yeah. See you guys next Thursday. If you want to hear me commentating, if you are looking for another Fortune Racing stream, then check out our channel at Saturday. See you guys there. I'll be racing